Happy Friday. I hope you're having a great week. Well, as much as last week was a terrible week for mortgage rates, this week was a pretty good week. We were 0.25% lower in rates here this week. We got the February jobs report that came in at 178,000 jobs created. Expectation was 65,000. So that was a nice number. Some of the previous month's jobs numbers were revised lower, but not like in a major way. So overall, solid number. A lot of the jobs came from the healthcare industry, which is not exactly what you're looking for to demonstrate a strong, quickly growing economy and jobs market, but nonetheless, it was a good number. The unemployment rate ticked down to 4.3%. The expectation was 4.4. Labor force participation rate has ticked down as well. So those are some things to keep an eye on. But the elephant in the room is the Iran war. And as that conflict goes, so will go long-term bond rates and thus mortgage rates. And, if we're going to see an extended period of time with elevated energy prices, that could be a major headwind for the economy and could have a huge impact on mortgage rates that potentially could bring rates down. But if it kickstarts inflation, that could push mortgage rates up. So it's just, we don't know how long this war is going to last and what the impacts are going to be. And so that creates a lot of uncertainty in that regard. We have a new Fed president coming in May. He's going to be going through confirmation hearings here in the coming weeks, Kevin Warsh. And Kevin Warsh wants to, over time, lower the Fed funds rate and reduce the Fed's balance sheet. So those are kind of opposite in terms of effect on mortgage rates. Reducing the balance sheet would tend to push rates higher. Reducing the Fed funds rate would tend to pull rates lower over an extended period of time. But remember, the Fed is a body of voting members. So you have 12 voting members as it relates to Fed rate cuts. So Kevin Warsh is going to have to present his case to the other Fed members to get them on board with the plan. And just because he wants to cut rates doesn't necessarily mean rates get cut without the voting consent of the other Fed members. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Hope you and your families have an amazing Easter weekend. Talk to you soon.